Good afternoon and welcome to our session today. My name is Quintress Safala and I'm joined by my wonderful colleague, Ambesiwe, who will be my moderator today. So if you do have any questions, you want to interact with us, you want some clarity on something as we go along the session, do let us know. So what we are going to cover today is actually getting set up with Google My Business. I'll get to tell you soon what Google My Business is. So, our agenda for this session is we are going to look at discovering what Google My Business is. And then from there, we will take you step by step to create your Google My Business profile. And then from there, we will then create an engaging Google My Business listing that is beneficial for your business. But before we begin, I'd love to mention this amazing bootcamp that's been happening. So Google is offering free bootcamp that is available to small businesses or small organizations that are ready to grow and scale up. So what you have to do is to sign up for Google Hustle Academy at the link that is shown on my screen. And you will be going through selection option, but please do sign up for this bootcamp. It's actually an amazing bootcamp that is out there. But before we begin, we're going to start with this part of our section, which is called Discover Google My Business. But before we get into discovering Google My Business, I want you to take a moment and answer this question. Can you find a pizza delivery near you, right? So our searches and shopping behaviors have changed the internet and the inventions of smartphones, right? So now we can find information, businesses, reviews, and product quite quicker than ever before. So, like I said, I want to kick off this session by actually getting in the mindset of a customer and to stand in the shoes. So I want you to actually Google or rather find a pizza delivery near you, right? So can you find a pizza delivery near you? For example, I am currently based in Braamfontein, right? So when I say pizza delivery near me, I find the closest pizzas near me and your likes of your Debonair's and all the pizza places will pop up because those are the pizza deliveries near the location that I am. So that is what happens when you search for pizza delivery near you. But I'd like to hear from you. When you do search pizza delivery near you, what pops up? Do let us know in the chat box. And remember, if you are using a laptop, a smartphone to actually join the session, you might have to go off the phone, do the search, and then come back. But if you're not able to, and that's also fine, you could just go along the session with us. So now the important thing when we search for the pizza delivery near you, so what Google does is it looks at the keywords that might have been used when you were searching for the pizza delivery near you, right? So keywords are very important for every business, right? Every business website needs to have the keywords for their specific business. And these keywords are used to actually drive target traffic to their businesses and for free. So these keywords are basically words or phrases that the internet users are going to use in order to search for that specific product or services using the likes of your searching on Google, right? And in order for you to find the websites that are relevant to exactly that you're looking for. So keywords are very important for the specific product or services that you're offering. So keywords are basically ideas or topics that define your content, right? It defines what your content is about. And in terms of your search engine optimization, there are basically the words and phrases that the searchers use or rather enters. Apologies for that. So keywords are basically the words that searchers use in order to search on the search engines. So they are called search inquiries. Apologies for that. My moderator is having some technical issues, so I'll be bouncing back and forth just to check who's communicating with me. So Basically, it comes back to you understanding your keywords. It comes to you understanding your content, your product, and your services, and you understanding exactly what it is that you're trying to offer to your target audiences, right? So the chances are when you did search for pizza delivery near you, you actually typed pizza delivery near me or pizza plus the location. So I would personally type pizza Braamfontein because I'm located in Braamfontein, right? So these are the keywords is that will define the content that we are searching for or what the content that is searched for is about. So when you do conduct your search, do think about the keywords that you will be using for your business. Now let's look at information that can actually help us in terms of Google Maps, right? So Google Maps is we are all familiar with it. So it's actually a web-based service that provides detailed information about our geographical regions and the sites around the world, right? And in addition to like conversational road maps, so Google Maps also offer your aerial and satellite views from many different places. And in some cities, Google Maps also offer the street view, compromising of the photographs taken from the vehicles. And most definitely, many of us have heard about Google Maps at some point in time, or we have used it to go somewhere. But while some people may not necessarily depend on Google local maps or Google Map directions, everybody knows that it's actually quite a useful tool to have in order to get your product out there, for businesses to find you, for customers to find you. Because Google Maps is not only useful for people on the road who are planning a holiday or trying to get somewhere, but Google Maps is actually extremely good in terms of a marketing tool for all the small and medium businesses out there. So now let's look at like a bit of some details, right? When you search for businesses near you, it comes up with a list of suggestions. And what happens is that Google places customers um, based on the keywords that you have put in the search. So it places them based on their search history as well as the keywords that they've used frequently. So Google Map uses this information from your devices and other Google products to display those places that we may like. And with that in mind, you need to know that there's 87% of smartphones owners like use or rather turn to search in order to find any information they need. And 30% of all mobile searches are related to location, while 67% of those are Google Maps is the preferred application that people use. So remember that with Google Maps, information appears on your desktop, it appears on your laptop, on your tablet, mobile phone. So basically the Google Map platform is designed in a way that it fits any platform that, or rather any device that is designed in this world, right? So I just want to find out from you, what are the benefits that you think are brought to a business by a Google Map listing, right? And when people are looking for the product and services, what are the benefits that you think putting your business out there on Google Maps will help you with? So we'll get to hear those comments in the chat box, but do let me know what do you think about that. So we'll get into the benefits. So before we get into actually listing the benefits, smartphones, in many cases, are the devices that we use in order to find our product, in order to find product and services around, right? And it also helps us in also making these decisions while the listing comes up. And with Google Maps has proven to be a great weapon for small to medium businesses to let people know where they are located, to tell people about a specific area, and to also tell other businesses and customers about the product and services that they offer. But you need to provide Google with enough information for it to share with the public or the customers that are out there. Because with Google Maps or listing your business on Google Maps, it provides you with your customer reviews, it provides you with ratings, your photos, and more information, which can be beneficial in order for a customer to make a decision about your product, or for you to analyze the product and services and how people are reacting to it, right? So, what are the benefits of Google Maps? First, it marks your location. So, by listing your business on Google Maps, you are getting an exclusive online presence that shows where your business is based. And it means that people know where to find you, right? When we say people, think about your customers, think about your prospects, think about your business. When they use Google Maps and hover around the streets and specific areas where your business is located, they get to learn about your presence, right? And it's also one of many ways in order to drive awareness about your company. The second benefit is that you make your business discoverable, right? When you list it on Google Maps, you wish you make it easy for customers and businesses to find you. Like many other services that are out there, like your Google, places for businesses are on Google Maps, and these are the resources that you could use for your small businesses in order for it to be listed on Google Maps. And then it gets direction to you. It lets customers find you, right? By having it being listed on Google Maps, you actually offer Google Maps directions, right? You offer people direction to find your offices, to find your store. And for those that do not know, they would then know how to actually reach you. And all of this is free of charge, and it's free of charge on Google. And it is therefore important for our businesses to have this listing so that potential customers could find us on Google. But what is Google My Business? Right? But before we get there, like we said, with Google Maps, you get to discover your near shops wherever you are. You get to find your local businesses. You get to save places that you like or you want to get to see or visit later on. So those are some of the benefits or things that you could do when you are actually conducting your nearby searching on maps. So now we have as like a short small activity for you, and the question basically is that you should think about is what makes customers choose a listing on Google Maps? So what makes a customer decide to choose the specific business, right? So we would like you to search and choose a business near you with Google Maps. Right. So, like we said, if you are using a mobile device, you might have to hop off the session so that you could do the search and then hop on. Or if you're using a laptop, you could quickly search on a different tab or use whichever way that is convenient for you. But think about when you do search for the business near you, why did you choose that business? Why did you make the business? Why did you decide that this is the business that was right for you? What factors affected you choosing that specific business, right? So what makes you choose that specific product or service? So these are the type of questions that a customer might have when they are deciding on a business that they want to choose on a listing. But now, what makes a listing stand out? There's quite a number of factors that can affect how your business stand out or if your business is trustworthy or worthy of visiting. Such things like your images. Do they like what they see? Things like reviews. What are people saying about your business? Address. Is this more of, does this place exist? If it's an online store, you have to mention this is an online store. In terms of contact, you need to make sure that people are able to find you or contact you to make or cancel reservation, to check if you're open, such things. Indicating your business hours. So you also need to include when can people visit your store, and make sure that when you do include your business hours, you make them, you constantly update them. For example, Easter holiday is coming up, and if for some instance you are closing off the office, then you need to mention to your customers that you are not available for Easter Easter holidays, right? But ultimately, being visible on Google Maps also creates a more complete listing and a profile for your business on Google overall. And in fact, research says that 29% of customers are more likely to consider purchasing from a business that has more details on their profile. And when we say your Google profile is complete, it allows you to be considered to be more likely considerable in terms of reputation, more likely for you to be an attractive location to visit, more likely for you to end up with a purchase, right? But what does this mean? But let me get started with what is Google My Business, right? You probably were thinking, what is actually Google My Business? So, Google My Business is this free and easy to use tool for small businesses and organizations in order for the businesses to manage their online presence across Google. And across Google, we mean including Google Search as well as Google Maps. And the features that are on Google My Business, which is also known as Google Business Profile now, is where you add in your business name, you add your location, you include your working hours, and you also consistently monitor and reply to customer reviews if you do have them. You constantly add pictures of your business and the product and service you offer. You also learn about where and how people are searching for you and more. So it delivers quite a lot in terms of your business, or in terms of being found, right? And once you have created this account, if you verify your account and you edit your business information, you get to help customers find your business, and you get to tell them a story about your business, right? And research also says that when you search for local information, 33% of people look for business hours, 32% look for location, and 27% look for reviews. And I believe I'm also part of the 27% that looks at reviews, because I'm also those customers that leave reviews for businesses, right? Because I rely on reviews. I rely on what other people are saying about this business in order for me to make a decision in to visit the location or not. So how can you make the most of your free business profile? So with Google My Business account, you get more than a business listing. Your free profile lets you easily connect with your customers across Google Search as well as Maps, right? So when you get to list your business on Google Maps, you are getting an exclusive online presence where you are showing your business, you're showing where it is based, and it means that people get to know you and they get to know your business. And like I said, when we think about people, think about your customers, think about your prospects, think about your businesses, and how they use Google Maps and search to find specific businesses, to find where they are based, to find their online presence, and it's just many ways in order to drive awareness about our companies. You get to attract customers with your business profile. So you need to post photos and offers to your profile that shows what makes your business unique. Give customers the reason to actually choose you every single time they search for that specific product or service. Give your customers a way to reach you. Your customers are ready to connect, right? They're connecting by calling you, by messaging you, by leaving reviews. And with that, you were able to find different ways to transact and do more businesses with customers and prospects and other businesses, right? And you get to see how customers connect with your business. You get to see the clicks if they're clicking on your website. You get to see the calls if they're making calls, if they're booking you, if they're following. You get to see all that. And that is how your customers engage with your business profile. And another lovely thing is Google has this Google My Business Marketing Kit where you get to share the latest updates, you get to highlight about your business, and you get to help customers stay informed about your business, where you create your custom posters, you create social posts, you get more from your reviews and updates on your business profile on Google. And remember that with this marketing kit with Google, it is completely free. So it's actually one tool that businesses should take advantages of, especially our small and medium businesses. So how do you stay competitive with Google My Business? When you have a Google My Business profile, account or Google business account, it helps you stay competitive, and it also allows you to boost your customer engagement online and in store. So it helps you in terms of making informed marketing decisions. And this is based on the customer reviews and feedbacks that you get. You get to learn about the successes and the mistakes from other people. So you get to see what your competitors are doing and learn from what people are saying about them and how you can improve and apply that to your business, right? You get to understand what your customers want. So this is where you get to profile your customers. You get to segment your customers based on their behaviors and needs. And you get to research and identify how you stand out from the crowd. And you get to do that by seeing what your competitors are doing. What can you do from your competitor that is different? And another lovely thing is you get to discover the industry trends and the customer preferences that are out there. I've said quite a mouthful in terms of Google My Business, so I'm just going to pause for a few moments just to find out if we have any questions. All right, so I see we don't have any questions, so I am going to continue. But please do engage with us. We would love to hear from you. We would like to know what your business is about. We'd like to get a glimpse of your business. Let us know what your business is about. Let us know if you search for your business right now. Does it appear on Google Search? Does it appear on Google Maps? Do you want us to help you with anything when it comes to your Google business profile? Are you stuck somewhere? Do let us know in the chat box, right? So we will be able to assist you in terms of questions. But now we're going to get into setting up our Google business account, right? And there are 4 steps into doing this. Step 1 is basically us creating our Google business account. Step 2 is us verifying our business. Step 3 is we complete our profile. And then step 4, we continuously populate our listing, right? So now we're going to look at step 1. So what happens is that a Google My Business listing automatically syncs with Google Maps. So it's very critical that we remember that when we are creating our Google Maps listing, we pay a particular attention to optimizing our listing and ensuring that the core of our business's information is up to date, and we include all the images and posts, which we will discuss shortly in terms of that. But firstly, like we said, you create your business profile on Google. So if you are not already signed up with Google My Business, you can do that by visiting the business.google.com and create, and this is where you will create your Google business profile. And also you can also download the Google My Business application. So it has an app, which is quite a cool thing. If you are already signed up, what you simply do is you just simply log into your Google My Business account and you follow the instructions in order to claim your free business profile on Google. And like we said, this profile is completely free and it allows our businesses to appear in the local searches and on Google Maps. And in order for us to complete this profile, you will need some very important information. So you will need of course, your business name. You will need the location or the address of your business. But please note, if you are online, state that you are an online business. You should also state the category, which industry are you in? Include the website if you have a website. If you don't, a great thing is Google Business also offers you a free website where you can create, right? Include a phone number so that we know we are able to contact you, and an email address if you do have. Also state your opening hours. Maybe open Monday to Saturday. Monday to Friday is 8 to 5, but Saturday is 8 to 1. Include those so that your customers know exactly how to locate you. Also, include a detailed description of your business activities so that we have a glimpse of what your business is about and how we relate to it. So this information that you add will be provided to appear on Google search results when people are making a search using keywords that are related to your business. And you need to bear in mind that a listing for your business will appear on Google Maps if someone has already left a review previously. And if this is the case, you will need to verify that this is your own business before you could actually claim the listing and edit accordingly. Right. So if there's already a Google business profile for your business, you could actually claim it, and you will need to verify again in order to make sure that this is your business. Like we said, you need to name and categorize your business. You need to make sure that your business is unique, and you choose a name. Of course, you put your business name, right? You need to include your category. Are you a hairdresser? Are you a florist? Are you a grocer? Are you a baker? So those are the categories that you need to include. And the reason why we add this category is that it will allow you to connect with customers that are more likely to visit your business. So you need to make sure that you choose a category that is closely related to your business, and then help customers find you and contact you. Location is actually optional, right? But like we said, it's very useful if you have a shop location. If you are an online store, you don't have to include it. But even though customers may not be able to visit you, that doesn't mean you don't want to include a location in the near future, when you do decide to expand if you're an online business, and when you decide to actually have a physical store where people can come. And like we said, also include your contact details. This is where customers can reach out for you. Include your contact numbers, include your email address. That way we know how to contact the specific business that we want to connect with. Step two, now you have created your account, you have populated the important information. Now you need to choose a way to verify your business. So you need to make sure that your business information is accurate and that only you or your business owner or your business partner or manager has access to verifying your business. Another lovely option is you can choose to verify later, so that you access verifying options such as verification through your email, verification through your phone, verification through Search Console, and there's also verification through postal. But that takes quite a lot of time, right? So do consider how you want to verify your business. But now there's also other ways to get verified, right? So you can reach out and get verified with Google My Business partners that are out there that can help us verify our businesses. The likes of your Opera. So Opera is also like a Google My Business partner that can help you get verified if you're struggling to verify your business on your own. So what you do here is you reach out via a call, or you request them to call you back. That way they will assist you in terms of verifying your business. And then from there, you need to make sure that you verify your business. If you are struggling, go to Google My Business support and go to the help center in order to get support. And like we said, if you are really struggling, then reach out to Google Business partners that help in terms of verifying, such as the likes of your Opera, like I've mentioned a few seconds ago. And then step three, you ensure that your profile is complete, right? In order for you to get the most out of your listing, you need to ensure that you've entered as much information as possible. You need to include your address. You need to include your operating hours and information about the closing times and holidays. You need to include those contact details. You need to include a logo. And when you do include a logo, make sure you include a high resolution, high quality logo, because this is your brand. This is who you are. This is your business. So make sure it is the most quality and clear as it is. And then also include your cover photo and any other promotional images that you may have. And this information will help you shine when customers are searching for businesses such as yours. But why are we saying we should have a complete Google listing? Why is that very important? It's important because when we were doing our research, we found out that complete listings are 2.7 more likely to be considered reputable. They are 70% more likely to attract location visits. And there's 50% more likely in order for you to lead, or your complete listing to lead you to a purchase. So it's very important that you complete your profile and you update it as regular as possible. And then step four, you populate your listing, right? We will look at ways to populate or optimize our listing in a moment, but I want us to take a minute to stress how important it is to populate our Google business listing, right? And for us to keep information on a listing up to date and accurate, because we need to treat our listing like our social media platform. We need to make sure that we are constantly providing people with new updates and constant content. We need to make sure that we optimize as much information as possible. We optimize our profile as much as possible, right? So you need to think about your products, opening hours, your location. I don't think I can stress those information enough. So we need to make sure those reflect on our Google business profile, and keep adding those photos, keep posting, keep adding those offers. If you have promotion, if you have offers, keep adding those, and keep adding fresh and relevant content. Keep your information relevant. Make sure you manage your listing. Make sure that when you are signed into your Google business profile, you manage your profile directly from Google search. But I saw there might be a quick change on that, but I'll update you as I do find out. And also, you need to search for your business online and see if it appears the way you want it, so you can complete and enhance your profile. Share your photos and your posts, and make sure that everything that you share is related to your business. And if you do have any reviews, check your reviews, communicate with your customers, talk to them and hear what they have to say. Now we're going to look at adding photos onto your listing, right? Images have become that go-to important thing with regards to an online presence and marketing. And what is lovely is that Google My Business profile has these several visual features that are available when we do verify our listing. What happens is you are able to upload an image for your business, like to your profile. You are able to attach images to your post. You are able to even upload a video, right? And a logo, when you do include a logo is important because that is how your customers get to recognize your brand. Like I said, always include a high quality, high resolution picture. And your cover photo is like the best representation of your business, a best representation of your product and your service. And then you have those additional photos. These are different types of pictures that highlight your business, pictures that your customer consider when they make a purchasing decision. Whilst we want to add as much information as possible, it's also very vital that we ensure that the core information is up to date. I know I keep saying this, but it's very important that the most important information are always regularly updated. And this means that when we do add all these pictures, we need to constantly check our addresses, constantly check that the links that we add, our website links and images, are working, right? You need to think in terms of your user's journey. How do you want them to interact with you online, right? What information do you want them to find out? What information do you need to find out from them? What journey do you want them to have when they shop on your website or when they shop in your store? So you need to think along those lines, meaning that you are also able to link your online stores to your physical store. If your business is pivoting online during the pandemic, but now it's operating as an online shop, it's also important to inform your customers about that you moved your shop and now you are operating online. So it's important to always include that. And I'll also emphasize on this: always update your hours. The information section always include your operating hours. Make customers aware that if you have any business hours or you have any temporary new business hours, if you are closing at a specific time, if your business closed, if you are going on holiday for the Easters, always include such information for your customers. But now I just want to hear from you. What other information do you think you need to make customers aware of? Do let us know there. So now, how do you keep your content fresh? It's always about content. Marketing is always about content. And we need to make sure that the core information is up to date, but we also need to make sure that our content is fresh, right? Include your opening hours. If you have changed, if it has been shortened, make sure customers know. Include attributes that highlight the service that you offer, right? And you can do this both online and in your physical stores. So Google has released these updates for retails and food stores to inform your customers about your service attributes, right? So you can relay information such as takeaway, you are offering takeaway, if you're offering it in, or if it's delivery options, for example. So you can include that if you're a restaurant, right? And there's also been this online update that you have in terms of discovering in-home education, or professional services such as your tutoring, right? But some of these you might need like a physical store in order to qualify for these updates because it can only be an online store. But now, how do you set these online service attributes and link them to your scheduled online classes or appointments, right? So, what you do is you sign into Google My Business, and then you click on the home button, and then you go to where it says stay connected during COVID-19 dashboard card, and then you tick the boxes for the online services that your business provide. And also but this is an optional choice, you can add the URLs where customers can go in order to schedule their online services. So this is great if you have online classes, right? Another thing to keep your content fresh, add a COVID-19 post to your profile. And this can be used to outline your closures, to reduce hours, hygienes, if you want to include safety procedures, if you want to include donations and gift cards, then you can include that. And also turn on the messaging, right? So when you do download your Google My Business app, you can use that to message your customers. This is a great way because it increases your customer service. You provide them with support and communication that they need. And one thing you could do to optimize this is to set up an automated messaging that ensures that your customers actually receive a response to their queries, even if you're not there. So it's important to do that. It's actually one of the top tips that we have. And another thing, edit your business description. We do that so that customers are aware of any changes that are happening, be it your products, be it your hours, payments, or services. Also add the hours for a service disclaimer. So you may want to add a disclaimer to your profile to let your customers know about your business information that may not be up to date. But verified businesses can remove this disclaimer when they update their information, like their special hours. So the disclaimer won't appear if a business hasn't set up their opening hours or if you mark your business as temporarily closed. Another thing to keep our content fresh is to utilize Google Trends. Google Trends is an amazing tool. If you do have an option or a chance to play with it, please do so. So with Google Trends, you get to find emerging topics, right? You get to see the top questions that people are asking about. You get to see the top queries that people are talking about, and you get to like stay connected and up to date with these Google Trends. And you also need to highlight your temporary closures. Like we said, you can now mark your business as temporarily closed if you are temporarily closed. But note this, if your business is temporarily closed Attributes for both your dining and retailing establishments won't you won't be able to see them on Google search and maps. And if your business still operates through takeaways or delivery, then you do not need to mark your business as temporarily closed because it's still operating, but it just offers certain services. So you can then tick the services that you offer. Right. So now we're going to look at to create a website on your business. For example, there are some businesses that don't have websites, but having a professionally looking website is very important, and it's also another way to drive sales, right? And nearly 70% of consumers state that they are more likely to work with a business that has a website over one that doesn't. So why is a website very important? First impression counts. People like to read reviews about businesses and scope them out before we start going to the website. And then having a website allows you to showcase your business, to showcase your brand to your customers. And like it's more like them visiting your store. It enables them to judge you as a business, right? So if you don't have a website, people are less likely to visit your store. If you do have a website, however, it provides a positive first impression so that customers come to you and we avoid losing business. So we need to pay attention to the layout of our business, the user experience of our website, the site journey as they go through our website, and as well as the descriptions and the visual aids that are present on our website. Also, people don't window shop like they used to. So fewer people actually go and window shop. So having websites allows you to sell online to customers and market yourself to the audiences that are online. So you can also provide information about your product catalog, about your prices, about the location, about your overall business ethos, right? And not having a website can potentially you could potentially lose revenue, right? So if you don't have a website, you are more likely to lose on revenue, online revenue, and advertising. And if customers can find you online, then they will go to the businesses that already have a website, right? And also you need to think about your, like, if you have a poorly designed website, because that itself is worse than not having a website. So you need to give customers a great design, because if you don't have a well designed website, it gives the wrong impression about your product or services that you have. Like I said, you can use the free website builder tool that is available on Google Business Profile in order to create your website. So what you have to do is sign up for a free website, and all you have to do is create your website, choose a template that works for your business, edit it, and then publish, right? So let's look at that in more details, right? So this is what a Google Business free tool or website building tool looks like. Like we said, all you have to do is create, choose a template, and then update it to the way it suits your business. So now you could use Google Business to actually manage your listing. Like we said, you manage your business profile on Google. You get to attract customers by sharing offers that you may have. You get to engage with your customers on the go when you download, and you keep messaging them if they have any queries. You also can make your business profile stand out with high quality pictures that you put out there. And then you get to learn how your customers find you by going into the analytics of your Google business account, where you get to analyze your customers, get to analyze where they're coming from, get to analyze what they do when they're on your account or when they're on your website. So these are the lovely things that you could find when you are using a Google My Business account. And remember, the Google My Business app is available on Android as well as iOS. So it's great that it's available on any service provider. So I'm just going to pause for a few minutes just to find out if we have any questions. But thank you for joining our sessions today. Don't forget to share with us. Okay, I see a comment there from Sibongile Jonas who says that the Google Maps website gives you direction for trips by car, bike, foot, and public transportation. And that is one great tool, right? You also get to walk to the location that you want. You get to navigate easily to wherever that you want to go. So we're just going to continue to our next section. And here we're going to look at create an engaging Google My Business listing. How do you create content that is engaging? So here, this is where we've spoken about the importance of keeping our businesses up to date, right? So think about the pictures that you put out there, where you add engaging photography, where you include key information. You look at engaging posts, where you also use that to gain customer reviews. You utilize the posts and the photos that are there, and you leverage the insights that are there. So that's one way to make your listing stand out. Also, add engaging photos, right? Business listing with photos get up to 40% more requests for direction, and 39% of customers say that they will stop engaging with the site if images do not appear. And I'm also one of those because I love to see what you have to offer. So if that is not enough, right, think about it. 90% of people say that they are more likely to visit a business with photos on Google result page, right? And some of the tips that we can give you in terms of creating engaging photos is lighting, right? Lighting, make sure your images are well lit and the subject is clearly visible and it's not covered by shadows or darkness. So make sure that the light is coming from behind the camera and directed towards the picture that you're taking off, or the subject that you're taking off. And you can invest in lighting equipment in your if your budget allows you to. There are a lot of affordable LED lights that are available to buy online, so you just find or use whatever that is available to you. Next, think about focus. When you are taking photos, try avoid blurring the shot, right? Nowadays, it's easier with smartphones and digital cameras to have like an autofocus on your image. There can be a delay. However, you need to make sure that your device is steady enough that it auto focuses on that subject. If you can't do that, you can invest in a tripod that can help you keep your camera steady and prevent your image from blurring. Think about your editing. We now are aware of all the filtering and editing softwares that are available out there that can brighten your image, that can change your colors, that can add shapes within an image. There are tools such as your Adobe Photoshop, your InDesign that can allow you to edit your image. These tools are great tools, right? When you edit your photos, think about your filters, right? You don't want to use filters that makes it obvious that a photo has been edited. So edit in a way that it still shows that this is your product and it's authentic, right? Avoid the likes of your Snapchat with these funny filters that may confuse your customers. Lastly, look at framing. So framing is consider what is it that you want to be seen on your photo. Think about the background. Is there any interference with your images? Think about the front of your subject matter, right? What should be there? Think about if you want to crop out. Think about if your image is clearly visible. So those are the things that you think about when you think about framing. So what are the photos that you can include on your listing? You have your exterior photos. So your exterior photos provide an opportunity for you to showcase where your business is located. You need to, like we said, make sure it's well lit, make sure that your shop is clearly shown, make sure that it's not blurry and it's not cut off, right? And also have a photo at the bottom. So this is where you include a picture that shows what you sell. And then you have your interior photos. Your interior photos provide you a chance to showcase your business and showcase the atmosphere, the inside. Get the feel of the decor, get the feel of the products that you offer. So that is the atmosphere of your business, right? And that those are the like thing. Another thing you can include that is cool is like a virtual tour of your business. That's another tool thing. You can also include like a street view where it allows them to research your business before they visit, so they make informed decisions. So like a street view enables you to provide more information to the customers before they can come visit your store. Think about your local target audience and how they can find you through those virtual tours, through the product that you offer. So that's a great way to engage with your business listing. Another thing is create engaging posts, right? Especially if you are posting about an event. Give it a 4 to 5 words to make sure that it stands out. Always provide like a call to action. A call to action motivates customers to engage or allow them. It's more like you instruct them to do something, like you prompting them to do something. More like buy this, book online, click here, visit, read more, call today. Those are your call to action. Use photos and videos. Take higher resolution photos. Add it to your post. Make sure it stands out, right? And what happens is Google My Business has a resolution of like 400 pixel by 300 pixel, like 400 pixel wide and 300 pixel tall. And this can be in your JPG or PNG format. You can also include videos that can be in your AVI, MP4, MOV, FLV, your WMV, your PMG, for like there's quite a lot, and the minimum or the maximum size of a video is like your 100 megabytes. Also write a clear description, right? Provide as much information as possible. You have up I think you have 1,500 characters that you could use for your post descriptions, but ideally keep it between 150 and 300 characters. Ensure that your posts are accurate, meaning that make sure your spelling is correct, use appropriate grammar, and if you do this well, then this can be a foundation for you to grow. And then from there, engage with your customers. Getting reviews from customers help our businesses significantly, right? Because studies have shown that 2 out of 3 customers have positive reviews that are quite important when they are selecting a business. So gain customer reviews so that you can showcase testimonials, better understand what you're doing right and wrong, improve your visibility on Google Business Ranking, build trust with your customers, right? So make sure that you engage with your customers. But how can you encourage your customers to leave reviews? Firstly, by building relationship with your customers in terms of excellent customer service. You can also ask them, like a simple ask for them to give you a business review. Make it simple as possible for customers to leave you a review. Add a URL to your website and provide an in-store customer to leave you a review, right? Another thing to avoid is paying for reviews and leaving the review yourself, because the review will show that it's coming from you. Just a question to our viewers. What could you do to encourage your customers to leave a review, right? Maybe you could collect your customers' details and send them feedback surveys via email. Maybe you could share like a feedback review via posters or brochures. Maybe you could have like a display feedback from your customers to show that this is valued, that you value your customers. Lastly, you can also leverage your the insights to grow your business. You get to see your direct searches where customers directly search for your business. You get to see discoverable searches. This is where customers searched for a category or product and then your business appeared. Branded searches, which is customers searched for a brand or a brand that is related to your business, right? And total searches. So insights help your business in terms of um, understanding how your audiences behave, adapting to their needs, and basically segmenting your audience so that you know who exactly to target with your content and your post, reaching your customers. So those are ways that insights could assist you. So, what is it that you basically learn from insights? You learn how customers find your listing. This is through your Google search engines as well as Google. You also get to see the actions. What are they doing once they have found your listing on Google? You get to see where your customers coming from. Are they coming from Google Maps by requesting directions to your business? You also look at how do people engage with your customers? I mean, your content, or when do people engage the most? So you get to see when and how often people engage with your content on your listing. You also get to see how your engagement compares to other similar listing. For example, how often are your photos viewed compared to a similar business that is closely related to you, right? So that is how you could see, or rather, how you could learn from the insights that are available on Google. So I'm just going to pause again to find out if we have any questions, right? I see we don't have any questions, but I'd like to say thank you for joining our session. It's been quite insightful in terms of understanding your Google business profile. And I do hope you will take a moment where you will check your business profile and you'll update it and get as much information onto it as possible. But I'd like to remind you about this free bootcamp. It's actually a great bootcamp, and Google is offering this bootcamp to small businesses that are ready to grow and scale up. So if you think your business is ready for that, then do sign up on Google Hustle Academy, and we are ready to offer this bootcamp to you. What are the next steps from here? We would like you to start learning more by going to the Grow with Google site, where you will participate in various short courses and training programs for you to get started with the work that we have spoke about today in terms of your Google business profile. It offers quite a lot of short courses for you to get to better understand Google business profile. And also, you can find us on social media. You can find us if you want to know more about our upcoming sessions. We have another session tomorrow. Do join us for that session. And if you do want to follow us for more digital tips and tricks, you can follow Google Digital Skills for Africa on the three platforms here: your Facebook, your Instagram, as well as Twitter. On Twitter, we are Digital Skills AF. On Facebook, we are Digital Skills for Africa. On Instagram, we are Digital DKills AF. And also, you can follow SchoolNet South Africa, which we are hosting these sessions like I am currently doing. You can follow us on our different social media platforms. We are SchoolNet SA on Facebook, SchoolNet SA on Instagram, SchoolNet South Africa on LinkedIn, and SchoolNet SA on Twitter. Do follow us to get updates on our upcoming session. But other than that, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for taking the time to learn about Google Business Profile. And we hope you will take this moment to explore more and edit your profile. But other than that, thank you so much. Please do remember to join us tomorrow for another session that we have with my colleague Brenda Mohali. Do join us tomorrow, and thank you so much for having us today.